up one little step. But it always comes back to our friend, like 3x take 4 equals 10, which I think everybody can solve by now. Would you agree? Right? Because what would we get rid of first? The take 4. How do we get rid of that take 4?
Plus 4.
Excellent. And then how do we get rid of the times 3? Divide by 3. So it's always going to come back to one of these. Oh, thanks. Thank you. It's always going to come back to one of these basics. So now we're going up one little step. Okay? We looked at brackets last week, did we not? Last lesson. We also looked at what happens if we've got x's on both sides. Yes? We tried that. So we put them to the same side. So if I have something like, let's go 12x plus 7 equals 3x. Take 11, right? We want to get our x's on one side. You still listen to this because it still helps. I don't like this. Right? So we want our x's on one side. If we want to have our x's, Piper, on the left, this chap has to go. So how do I remove that 3x? Pardon? You minus 3x. And you're basically doing that to both sides, because what you do to one side, you do the other. So we end up with 12x take 3x. Yes? That's now disappeared, right? That's gone. And this is where I'm going to be a bit shifty McGifty this morning. My minus 11 is there, and you might be going, what's happened to the plus 7? Well, Aston, guess what? I want to get rid of that plus 7 in this one line. How do I get rid of a plus 7?
Minus 7.
And where do I minus 7? The
Other
side. Right? So we do it to the other side. If you didn't like that, in a minute I'll come round and work with you. But, right? So 12, take 3. I got $12. Take $3. What have we got left? 9. So it's 9x. This is where you guys are falling down. It's not your algebra, it's your negative numbers. What is minus 11 take 7? Minus 18, but where are your masks? And how do I get rid of the times?
Divide.
You divide. Or some of you are looking and going, 9 times what? Equals minus 18. Yep. So some of you might go straight to x is, you might want to go straight to x is minus 2, keeping in mind, if you stuff it up, can't give you any marks, right? Or some of you might go minus 18 divided by 9, keeping in mind with this, if you left it as minus 18 over 9 and didn't simplify it, you would also possibly lose a little bit. Does that make sense? So you're going to continue, finish with 7A2, finishing that bit, and then you're going to go on to the next exercise, which talks about that. And I'll just pause because some people are writing it down and, oh, I am recording. I thought I wasn't. Bring it on. So, are we looking at this a little bit and going, ew, fractions? Mia, are you a friend of the fractions? Do we like fractions? Yeah. Oh, how sad. That was a no. So, you don't like a fraction. Well, guess what? We're going to get rid of it. We don't like this divide by 4. Oh my goodness. If only there was a way to get rid of a divide by 4. How would you do that?
Times 4.
That is correct. And where are we going to times that, right? The other side, right? Technically, we're doing it to both. That's why this is going to disappear. But I like to think you loop it up, you do it to the other side. And Aston, you've already played today. Read, I don't like this divide by 6. How am I going to get rid of that divide by 6? Times where?
To the other side.
The other side. So we do, in effect, this thing called cross multiplying, right? So we end up with 6 times x take 5 equals, hello? Anyone out there? 6 times x take 4, and what goes on the other side? 4 times 2x take 3. Okay? We have cross multiplied. And now I would argue again that these are questions we have done before. Have we expanded brackets? Yes. Yes, we did. Yes, we can expand. So, what's 6 times? Yep. What's 6 times minus? And you're happy why it's minus 30? Because it's a positive times a negative. It says equals, I put equals. Yeah? Expand that bracket for me. Who wants to do it? 8x minus 12. That's great. Piper, every time I look up, you're not looking this way. If you have a question on this in a minute, my response will be not pleasant. Now, we're at this stage. We've got x's on both sides. What do we have to do? What's our game plan? Get them on one side, Zoe. Well done. Pick a side, any side. To the left, to the left. Everything I own in a box to the left. You don't have to. If you wanted to go right, you could. So we look to the right. We want to get rid of that 8x. We look in front. Right? There's nothing there, which means this is actually a plus 8x. How do I get rid of that plus 8x? We're going to minus 8x. And where are we going to minus 8x? Right? That one's now gone. And we have 6x take 8x. Now I can write take 30 equals minus 12, but I know what's coming. What is coming? I don't like this minus 30. I want to get rid of it. I'm going to plus it. And where am I going to plus it?
Onto 12.
Onto the other side now. Yes, onto, you said 12. But it's actually negative 12. Don't forget the sign in front here, yeah? You can't ignore it. So it's going to be minus 12 plus 30. Now last lesson, we were breaking this up into 2 steps. Are you happy to go in one? If you're not happy to go in one, do the x's. You'd keep the take 30 equals minus 12, then get rid of the take 30. I'm just going in one maneuver. I think some of you are up to that. So 6 take x minus 2x. Okay, it's minus 12 plus 30. Some of you were very tricky in how you did this in your head. Well done. Who said that? Say that again?
18.
And how did you do that in your head? You actually go 30 take 12? Yeah. 18. Well done. Can I just say, this is freaky. Does anyone understand why it's freaky? Look, we just made these up. People are going, pick a number. Look at this one. 9, 18. Answer was minus 2. Minus 2, 18. What's my answer going to be?
2.
How can it be 2? Minus 2 times 2 is minus 4. That wouldn't be. It couldn't be 2. So how do you get rid of a times negative 2? The other side. So 18 divided by minus 2, x is minus 9. Freaky! That never happens. All right, so what are you guys going to do? I'm glad you asked. I'll put that back in a minute. But we are carrying on. Did you like my bookcase, by the way? Looks cute, huh? All right, so you should have finished. I'm coming to have a chinwag and inspect your books. And then, whoa, 7B. Are you going to do every one? No. I think we can go with every second. Yep. You want evens or odds? I don't really care. Odds? So A, C, E, and so on. This is the same. Because how do you get rid of a divide by x? Times. You cross multiply. Same thing. I don't know why they've separated it like that. No, seriously. So, the only thing to watch out for here, or was it up here? No. So down here, see this minus? Give it to the top. So that's minus 1 over 8. Don't have minus and minus. You could add it to the bottom if you wanted to, put it on the bottom, but don't do it to both. Some students I've seen, they go minus and minus. Why is that wrong? Yeah, it becomes a positive. That's right. And they've changed the question. So You're working your way through. To 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, every second, okay? Love you. Carry on.